Hello, welcome to another midweek message. It's sunny. It's a lovely sunny day, blue sky. This whole week, is meant to be really nice weather, or certainly better than it was. It's about, the wind's blowing from the west at the moment. It's about 22 degrees centigrade. I haven't looked it up in Fahrenheit. I can't at the moment because my iPad's doing something. That's where I usually look up the equivalent in Fahrenheit. We went to Hastings. This is what I wanted to tell you. We went to Hastings to watch the Pink Floyd tribute band. Absolutely fantastic. If you're into Pink Floyd, if you like Dark Side of the Moon and all that stuff, then it's worth going to look at this tribute band. If you want to look up the band, it's UK Pink Floyd Experience. Just put that into Google and it'll come up all about the band. We stayed in a hotel overnight. That was nice. Do you know, in Hastings, I've never been there before. I've been through Hastings, but we've never actually stopped there and had a look round. It's a lovely town. Lots of shops, lots of cafes and restaurants and pubs. It really is a lovely town. I was really impressed. I'm not normally impressed with towns because I like the countryside. I do not like towns, cities, loads of people. There were lots of people there, admittedly. But mind you, it was Saturday and Sunday we were there, so being the weekend, there will be people out and about. If ever you're down this way, southeast area, have a look at Hastings. We had a nice breakfast on the morning we came back, which was good on the Sunday, in a little cafe, and the prices were reasonable. The hotel was nice, very old building. Everything creaked, including my knee. Very old building, but lovely, comfortable bed, nice bathroom, shower, all that stuff. And of course, brilliant music. Email from Jason. This is to do with minding your own business. He says, what is it with people? When you're mowing the lawn, they'll walk past and they'll say, oh, you're mowing the lawn? No, I'm fitting a new exhaust on my car. What does it look like? I like that, Jason. Seriously, though, he says, here's the thing. I like that as well. Here's the thing. He was in a restaurant with his wife and another couple enjoying a meal, and they were talking about ships in the sea. Jason was telling them about this ship, how it worked, bits and pieces of the ship, the engine, the steering thing, and all that sort of business. And the chap on the next table, he said, oh, excuse me, hope you don't mind me butting in, but I was listening to you and you're completely wrong about that. And Jason said, no, I'm not wrong. No, I was on the ship. And this chap said, no, you are wrong, honestly. And Jason was actually a captain in the Royal Navy. And he said, I was captain of the ship in the Royal Navy, all right? I know my own ship. And that shut the chap up. But Jason's point is, what the has it got to do with anyone else? You're having a private conversation in a restaurant. I don't know at all. That's why next Sunday's episode is called, what's it called? Social etiquette. Now, I know I've talked before about etiquette, table manners and all that sort of thing, but this is not so much table manners, but social etiquette, which hopefully you'll find quite interesting. One thing, Jason, talking about that, I've always found odd. You have your hair cut, then all your mates say, oh, haircut. Well, you know you've had a haircut. Oh, you've had your hair cut. Well, you know that because you've just been round to have your hair cut. What is it about people? That used to happen a lot at school. Other kids would point at you, haircut. What's funny about that? I don't know. Mind your own business. Now, here's something from Nigel that really is weird and annoying for people. This couple moved into a village, quite a large village. They had a nice church and they bought a house there and moved in. The villagers made them very welcome. They were welcome in the local pub. And then they'd only been there a few days and they started complaining. The church bells were ringing. This happened every Sunday. This happened during the week. Church bell practice once a week. They moaned and complained. And the villagers said, well, sorry, but this is our church. They went to the vicar and said, could you stop that row? He said, well, no, I can't. They said church bells practice in the week and Sunday we'd have the bells. They moaned and moaned. Can you believe that? Some people, what is the point of moving near a church if you don't like church bells? Thanks for the recording, Nigel. Very well done. Yes, I hope that wasn't too loud. I tried to keep the volume down a bit on the bells. But isn't it ridiculous, moaning about the church bells? There was a school, I don't know, 8 miles away from where we are. Been there forever. And a block of flats was built next to the school. People moved into the flats. What do? They moan to the school. Can you stop those kids every playtime, every morning, every lunchtime, every afternoon? They're out in the playground making a terrible row. Well, the school said, well, no, they're kids in the playground. That's what kids do, isn't it? And they moaned and moaned. Anyway, apparently quite a row blew up about it. And the headmaster said, sorry, we were here first. You moved next to a school. What do you expect? And do you remember some weeks ago, months ago, I talked about a couple that moved near a farm and the cows were giving birth. And this couple that had moved into the countryside near the farm were complaining about the noise and they didn't like the smell. Well, listen, if you moved next to a farm full of, a dairy farm full of cows, you're going to hear them mooing. And if you also move next to a farm, then the air might not always be particularly pleasant. What is wrong with people? I mean, good grief. I like the countryside sounds, the farm animals, the cows and all sorts of things, horses in the field, even pigs snorkeling around. It's good, isn't it? It's the countryside. Imagine moving into a house where your back garden backs onto the railway line and then complaining to the railway company that you don't like the noise of their trains. Madness, utter madness. I've had a lot of emails the last week or two, so I'm going to save some for next Sunday. Tales of the unexpected. Had an email about that. Social etiquette, of course, Pubs closing. Another email or several emails about that. Something quite interesting here. Lost in the system. How about this? A chap had a very good job and he got promoted every couple of years or so, but he never actually did anything. He became manager and had his own office, but he didn't do anything. He was on the payroll, but was somehow lost in the system. I'll tell you all about that on Sunday. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves. Bye-bye for now.